Hello friends, how are you? This is Absar from the Quick Code channel. We are here to talk about programming, so let's jump into it. Today our topic is on tables. So as you can see, this is my Real Studio Code in one side and this is my browser window open in another side. So now we are going to make tables in HTML. So the tables allow us to arrange data in rows and columns. So it is in the form of rows and columns. So now we are going to make these rows and columns. And how can we create these rows and columns? Let's take a look. First of all, we have to use the table tag. Just use the table tag and hit enter. And then you can see it is my table tag created. Now inside the table tag, we are going to use other tags like rows, columns. So how we can create rows? So for making a row, you have to create tr tag. Now inside tr tag, we use our columns or cells of table, or you can say data or heading. So let's then make a heading for th. Now th is table heading, tr is table row. Keep it in mind. Now I'm just going to make it copy for 3 times so you can see it clearly. Actually tr tag is defining table row and the header of each table is defined by table th, that means table heading, and then the table cell is defined with a td tag. So we will take a look on td also. So now this is th, so inside th we are going to name our data or heading our data. So like I'm going to use the first name and then last name and then age. Like suppose I have 3 headings, table headings. The first one is first name and then last name and then age. So now I am going to make it clear. So just hit Ctrl S. Now you can see first name, last name and age is appeared in a form of table heading. Now let's create another row which is tr again, and then inside tr we are going to use td, which is table data. Now let's suppose one name is Jill, the first one, and then the second one is that means last name is Smith, and then the age is 50 or 20. So this is just hit Ctrl S. Now you can see Jill, Smith and 50. Now let's give an attribute here of width. Now you can see if I use 50% of my width, Ctrl S, and you can see it in the form of table easy. But for now just use a border, and inside border use 2 pixel or 3 pixels. For any pixel you want to include, just hit 3, 4, 5, whatever you want, but don't include pxl. Just hit Ctrl S. Now you can see it is in the form of table. So the next thing we are doing, just copy it once more and then use some other names like Steve and then Jackson and then 94. Now just hit enter or Ctrl S. You can see it here. It's arranging data in the form of table. Now this is very beautiful, and we can use images in table data or lists or links or any kind of text. Now let's make some table more beautiful. So just come into the head tag, and inside head tag we are going to make, this is my head tag. Where is it clothing actually? So this is my head tag. I forgot to close it. So now inside my head tag I'm going to use the style tag. Inside the style tag I can target different selectors. So I am going to target table, then table heading, and then table data. and then just I'm going to remove fancy stuff from here. Hit enter, control F. Now inside this I'm going to use the border, and then border 1 pixel solid and in the form of black. Now just hit enter or control S. You can see it is applying borders on it with CSS. And then we can also collapse our border. So for collapsing a border, or let the border collapse into one border, we can add a CSS property known as border collapse. And then the property and the value is collapse. This is our property and this is our value of that property. Just hit Ctrl S. Now you can see it is collapse border. So now we can also use padding. So just use padding inside it. Padding, and then let's go 14 pixels. Control S. Now you can see it added padding from everywhere, from left, from right, from bottom, from top. It is doing its work. Now the next thing is, it is in the table heading by default is bold and center, but the table data is by default regular font that is not bold and aligned on left side. So now I am going to make this table heading TH for table heading, and then I want to align it, or text align, I think text align, and then just left, Control S, and it aligns on left. Now another property is, now if I just press Control or hold Control, then press the forward slash, you can see it comments out. That means this code is not running. Now if I Control S, press Control S, you can see this. Now what is happening? It is actually giving border to padding to table. For this problem, just cut it from here and then use another tag for th and td, another selector, and then Control V to close it. Now the table is closed, but you can see this thing, and because of border is not collapsed, so it is in the form of blocks. So we can make our blocks more bigger or smaller, or make it taking more size. So for this very purpose, we are going to use border spacing property. And then let's suppose I want to give it 6 pixels and hit Control S. Now you can see the padding between these blocks are greater than the first one. So now the next thing is call span and row span. So for this very purpose, we are going to use row span and column span. So first of all, let's so you can understand everything more concisely. So now we are going to use another tr tag, and inside tr tag I want to use th tag, and then I want to use the name. Just hit Control S, and then I want to use again th tag, and I want to use, and then I just want to use another tr tag, and inside this tr tag I want to use td for table data. Let's suppose it's James telephone number, and then the telephone number is 03333 456 or whatever. Let's make a copy of it and use 554669, and then hit Control S. Now you can see name, telephone, and it is looking in this form. Now how can we arrange this just we have to come here and press call span attribute and then press 2. That means this tag or this data or this heading is going to take 2 columns. Just Control F. Now you can see it is taking 2 columns. Just come here and then comment this out, and then you can see this. It's looking in this form. Now this is the working of call span. Actually it is taking 2 columns. Now what is row span? So row span is another, we are going to use another tr tag, sorry for caps lock, and then we are going to use th tag, and inside th tag we are going to name, that's what we are going to name it, and then the td tag, td, and that's what build it, or whatever you want to name it. Now let's make another tr tag, and inside this tr tag we are going to use th tag and then telephone number, and then Control S. Now you can see it is making these cells, and then another td and give it some number. Control S, and then we are going to use or create another row and then another td tag and then another number. So now you can see we are making 1, 2, 3 rows, 1, 2 and 3 rows, and then the first row is covering the table heading and then table data. Second row is also covering table heading and table data, and the third row is covering only table data. And then we are just come in the second one and use the row span, and then just press 2. I want 2 rows. Now you can see it is taking 2 rows here. Name is Bluegate, and the telephone number is, you can see in the form, it is looking in this form. So this is a very basic form of practicing. Now we are going to use the last not least caption is, so now we are going to use the last tag, which is caption, and then you can say data and Control F. Now the data is from here. It is actually telling the browser that it is data of phone numbers. It will tell the browser that it is a data of phone number, and this table is related to this caption. So this is our very basic fundamental topic on table. Table is the element for defining a table. Tr is the element for defining a table row. Td is the element for defining a table data. Th is the element for defining table heading. Caption is the element for defining table caption. Border is used for defining border. Text align is used for aligning the text of the cell, and then the border spacing property to set the spacing between cells. Call span attribute to make a cell span many columns. Row span attribute to make a cell span many rows. ID attribute uniquely define one table. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.